road users across the country may find themselves spending even more as a pay-per-mile road tax scheme is again being discussed in a controversial move that would meaning those living in remote areas and most reliant on their cars would find themselves paying even more to get around. Those eager to resolve growing concerns about the country's finances are asking Chancellor Rachel Reeves to introduce a new road pricing scheme to replace traditional vehicle excise duty (VED). The average motorist would likely be hit with costs of £444 a year, but for those living in rural parts of the country and relying on their cars more heavily, covering 10,000 miles annually would face bills around a whopping £600. Supporters of the proposed scheme say it would help fill the £22 billion black hole in the country's finances, but it will be a challenge to get the approval of those who will incur the most costs. Pressure is said to be mounting on the new Chancellor of the Exchequer to announce details of the costly scheme in the much-anticipated October budget, after it was revealed the Treasury was keen for the former government to introduce the highly controversial measure before they were ousted. In an interview with The Telegraph, former Chancellor Jeremy Hunt's chief advisor Adam Smith from 2022 to 2024 said Downing Street staff under the previous cabinet wanted to start preparatory work on a road pricing scheme because of declining fuel duty coffers. The Transport Committee recommended the introduction in a 2022 report, where Treasury officials were keen to bring in the tax change as more EVs are on the road. This is causing a problem for the Treasury as it brings in around £25 billion a year in fuel duty and £8 billion from VED. And electric vehicles are meaning fuel duty will make far less cash for the Treasury. Accounting firm PwC estimates the government risks losing £9 billion of fuel tax revenues by 2030, if electric vehicle uptake continues at the current rate. This could become even greater as Labour want to bring the ban on new petrol and diesel cars forward 2030 after the Conservatives postponed it to 2035. In The Telegraph, Smith wrote, Rachel Reeves may be prepared to take on some of these big long-term challenges. The Treasury will certainly be advising her not to freeze fuel duty, increase the rate by 5p and start work on road pricing. It's already expected the Chancellor will introduce a fuel duty rise in the forthcoming budget, while the fuel duty freeze is currently providing drivers with a £1 billion tax relief.